Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Joe Show, episode 8. We're live. On the way to work, I'm pulled over off the side of the road here to try to get things queued up here. So, plus we're right here at the interstate. So, I just wanted to share a quick story with you that happened early this morning. Let me get situated here. Man. 64 degrees currently here in South Carolina. It's cloudy. And let's see what we look like on the road. Yeah. You can see what I'm seeing. I'm going to turn on some air. A little stuffy in this car. And I can see we got construction ahead, as usual. Bumbleless, hey man, how are you doing, sir? Be prepared to stop, it says. Oh, Lord of mercy. Yeah, I'm just waiting a few minutes for people to jump in here before I begin with the story. And, let's see. And I think I hit a couple of spots here on this stretch where the signal might kind of be in and out. I don't know. Let's see. Left lane or right lane? Yep, we're in the correct lane. Left lane closed ahead. Bumbleless says he's doing good. That's awesome, man. Ed B. Metal. How are you, sir? Ed, thank you for the wonderful comments, man, that you left. That's very, very kind, man. I do read the comments. I try my best to respond. You know, especially when I'm working, it's kind of hard to respond. Usually if I have time to respond, and it's when I'm laying down getting ready to go to sleep early in the morning. That's when I have a little bit of downtime, and then I, have to go to sleep. But thank you very much for the comments, man. It's everybody that jumps in here and takes the time to view this and comment. Wow, man, I really appreciate it. I know it's just a handful of people, but that's okay. I'm very, very humbled that those handful of people continue to come back. And I really appreciate that, because I know there's other things people could be doing than watching me, man. Why are we stopping here? This is not supposed to be happening. Not yet. Usually this rolls on pretty smooth. They've been working on this bridge down here. I know this has to be the third year in the row, the third season. And when you get to the bridge, it's just concrete, and then they pour concrete in the bad areas, and they smooth it out and fix it. And then almost a year later, it's right back in the horrible condition it was in. I'm like, are they using poor products here to do this? What's going on? So yeah, we get past this, we'll be able to roll on. Oh man. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Joe Show. Again, we are live, episode 8, I believe. And real quick while I'm thinking about it, that live jam I did over the weekend, they never the YouTube algorithm still has that blocked. So I was like, whatever. I think Metalhead Hippie is having issues as well with a video. Jim Guidry, hey Joe, driving from work already? Dang it, boy. Jimbo heading home early, man. Here's what I'm talking about with this bridge right here, see? And look, ain't nobody doing anything. I got the, look at this. Nobody's out here working. Nobody's doing nothing. But they still got all these barrels out here, man. It does ride smoother, but this might last for about a year. Then they'll be back out here next year. Oh, 3 guarantees in I'm sorry, in life. I thought you said Texas. Taxes, divorce, and construction. That's true. Ed B says, we appreciate you a lot too, man. Your content is great, and your streams and videos are a joy to watch. Wow. Ed, man, thank you. Wow, that is very kind, man. There's Jim Guidry, folks. Mr. George Lynch himself. If you haven't checked out Jim's channel, man, check him out. He's a phenomenal guitar player, and he's a great friend. Ed B. Metal says, yeah, Hippie had the same video blocked twice. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Yeah, it's kind of wild, isn't it? Kind of wild how that works with YouTube. You know, what can you do, man? I mean, you know, I just left it. It was blocked, and I went ahead and just put it private. And to be honest with you, there was a couple of songs on there I wasn't happy with the way I played. And I'll be totally honest. That Charvel, Charlie S, what's going on? How you doing, brother? Thank you for being in here. Thank you. That Charvel I got, the hard shell pink that I was playing over the weekend on that live video, it was set up with gauge 10s. Man, I can only play gauge 10s for just a little bit, and my fingertips, man, they start hurting. So Saturday evening before I went live, I'd already played for like an hour or two trying to get warmed up, you know, and then I was like, oh man, fingertips are sore. I'm gonna be in trouble when it comes time to go live. And on a couple of songs that was the case. I was like, man, I either couldn't be very accurate with the notes, or I couldn't do what I wanted because my fingertips were so sore. So yesterday, was that yesterday? Yeah, I went and took those 10s off that guitar and put 9s on, and had to readjust. You know, if you're familiar with the Floyd Rose system and you put, it doesn't matter. If you change the gauge strings, you have to make adjustments with the Floyd Rose and all that stuff. And it's very surprising. A lot of people that I've heard in the past, they will not, was that Mark FX? Mark E FX? Hey, how are you doing, man? Greetings. How are you doing? Thank you for being in here. Welcome. A lot of people, I was surprised to hear that they won't change strings on the Floyd Rose because they don't know how to calibrate it, if that's the right word. And it can be funny sometimes, but once you understand the whole balancing, man. So I took those gauge 10s off and finally got it set up, and I was like, phew. So the moral of what I'm telling you here, the moral of this story is the stream got blocked because of the Prince song. It's okay, because there's some songs on there I wasn't happy with how I played. Could have been a lot better. And you know, it's all good. It's not like I can't play live again, you know, no big deal. So I'm going to segue into what this video is about. I hope we're past the sketchy zones here. Speaking of guitar playing and stuff, so we have a local news station here, WYFF Channel 4 here in the Carolinas, and you can go on their site and you can submit pictures or videos. If they find it newsworthy, they'll use it. From what I understand, they'll use it on their social media sites, and they'll give you credit for the picture or video, whatever. And and so this is what drinking beer will get you, you know. And so I got a video that I've already got edited, put together. It's a song by the group Survivors. Anybody remember Survivor? Excuse me. My favorite song by them is a song called High on You. It's a wonderful song. And I finally found the backing track on karaoke version a couple of weeks ago. I said, oh, they finally have that available, man. I want to play that. I love that song. It's simple, but it's a fun song to play. And so anyway, I played the song, did the video, got it all edited, all that, all that rigmarole. I was laying in bed one night, and I said, "No, not Eye of the Tiger. I don't want to play that song. I'm so sick of hearing that song. I've heard that song when that song came out, and back in the day. Oh my God, That was what Rocky 3. I've heard that song a gazillion times. I damn sure don't want to play it. It's a good song, but I don't want to listen to that song. Anyway, so I'm laying in bed, and I said, I'm gonna send this video to the news station. I said, I'm sure they're not going to mess with it because it's a copywritten song and all that stuff. I said, but who cares? The worst they can do is not respond and not showcase it. No big deal, right? So I remember sending them that video, and it was like a week or two ago. So I get home from work early this morning. It's like 6:15. It's still dark outside. I'm laying down. I done took my meds and all that stuff. And I'm looking at my email, and it was from like the day before, like 12 hours before or something. And it was from the lady at the news station. She's over the social media part of the news station. And the email said, hey, thanks for your video. If we send this to our partner station, do we have your permission to do that? And I was like, holy crap. I was like, yeah. I mean, I was very shocked. And so I'm typing the response back to this lady, right, at the news station. I'm responding, and I said, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry for the delayed response. I said, I just now saw this email. I work the night shift, and this is the time I check my emails when I'm getting ready to go to sleep. And I apologize. I said, yeah, feel free to share it or whatever. I said, the song I'm playing is copyrighted. It's not my song. It's doing a cover song. But thank you very much, and I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And I hit send it off, and I was like, man, that made me feel really good. I was like, all right, man. And when I went to get off the email that she sent, I noticed there was a link there. And she said, we've already shared this on our social media page on Facebook. Click this link to see what we shared it, just, to prove that we shared it. I said, oh, okay. And I clicked the link, and it was it wasn't that video. It was the drone footage that I did when the German butcher and myself went to Heritage USA last week. I forgot. I totally forgot that I sent them that drone footage. I had no recollection of that, because I guess I drank too much beer and I just passed out. I don't even remember sending that to them. I don't remember sending them that footage. So when I clicked the link, it was their Facebook page, and it was the drone footage of that tower at Heritage USA, and I went, oh my God. I said, oh man, I need to go back and fix that email, but I already sent it to her. So I went back and I went to my sent folder, and I just took out the part, well, that's a copyrighted song that I'm playing, and yeah, I took all that out, resent the email. I think the damage had already been done, but I said, wow, I look like a fool on that one. Woo! It was funny. I was just like looking at my phone like, oh shit, but hey, whatever, man. I was sitting there thinking, she ain't talking about no damn guitar video. Who gives a shit about that? She's talking about this drone video. Oh God mighty, man. I had to giggle at that, man, before I fell asleep. I said, wow, that's my luck right there. That is my luck. That's just, but I did it to myself. Yeah, Jimbo, Bumbless, and yeah, it was that's what happened. I got all excited, man. I was like, oh damn, you know. Like, nah, man. Nah, bruh. Ain't nothing to do with that guitar shit. Oh God, that was hilarious, man. I didn't even tell my wife about that. I meant to tell her, I forgot. But that was funny, man. God, dog, that was funny. So there you go. Sometimes you just have to laugh, you know, about stuff. You just have to. You have to laugh about stuff sometimes. And what's that? Yeah. Shot myself in the foot with that one email, didn't I? I tell you, it's messed up, man. It's messed up. And you know, you gotta laugh to keep from crying, they say, right? So it's okay. I just thought I'd share that with you, man. If you can't laugh at yourself at stuff you did, then come on, man. You need some help. You know what I'm saying? You need some help. We'll be at work here in just a second. We on the frontage road, heading to the location to go park, and we'll have to start our night. Oh my God! I hope that the truck I was driving yesterday was having some issues last night. And you know what's messed up is the trucks nowadays, they're all run by a computer chip. So the computer controls, just like anything else with new cars or anything. It's been like that for years, but I've never had a semi truck that was run like that from a chip. And man, that thing was acting up last night, and I didn't think I was going to get back. I was like, what is wrong with this thing? But I'm going to find out here in a minute if somebody drove that truck today. I can tell if it's, by the way it's parked, if it's, you know, a little off. And look at the hoses in the back, the air hoses. You can just check all that stuff, and you'll know if somebody drove it or not. You have to go slow through here because there's always people walking around and people popping out of in between trucks and everything else. So you have to be careful. Let's see. The truck we're driving will be on this side. It should be. You'll see a silver pickup truck sitting right there. My truck's right beside it. So. I don't think nobody drove it. I was hoping somebody did drive it so I could. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. It doesn't look like somebody drove it, but we'll see. Bumbless wants to know, do we run paperless logs? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we do. Yeah. We're using a system. Well, it was PeopleNet. Now it's Samaris, I think, is the software now. But anyway, yeah, we've been paperless for quite some time. I like that myself. It's makes things fast and convenient. You just log in with your employee number, and the computer does the rest. As long as you're not in violation, you know, you don't drive past your extended amount of time, you're good. You know, take your break when you're in the window of time you're supposed to take it. You're good. The reason I like running paperless logs, or e-logs as they say, electronic logs, is they can't make you run illegal. You know what I'm saying? It's well, you have 11 hours drive time, Bubblish. Yeah, you get 11 hours drive time. But see, back in the day, hey, Fruitcake, what's going on, man? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well, sir. Looks like the channel's doing good on your end, man. Halenville, check out Fruitcake Tony, man, for Halenville shows and vlogs and everything else, man. That's awesome. I'll touch on that in a second. Tony, I was wanting to say something about that. But the way it, and it's not just here. It wasn't, well, yeah, it was like that here. It was at other trucking places too. When you would run a paper log, they would tend to want you to do more, well, you go ahead and take this load and you can just redo your log or whatever. And I'm like, no, that's number one, that's running illegal. Number two, if you get caught, that's DOT, man, that's federal. And you're talking about your license, your job, and you don't want to go to jail. And so I don't run illegal, so there's been times and managers in the past that no longer work here would call and say, hey, I got this extra load, can you go ahead and do me a favor and run it? And I was like, no, I'm sorry, I've already ran my load, I'm not running illegal, I'm not doing it. And they can't force you to run something else, that's because they can't make you do that. So that's the thing about e-logs. It protects you in that manner. They can look it up and see how much drive time you got for the day or night, in my case. And they say, well, after he does that run, he ain't gonna have time to go do something else. So they can't make you do, anything more than the law will allow. Fruitcake Tony, I was gonna say, man, congratulations on the Halenville channel over there. I have really, as far as the whole Eddie Van Halen deal, don't get me wrong, I still love Van Halen, still a big fan, but I've kind of backed off of that stuff a little bit. I'm not as upfront with my fandom as I used to be, because there's so many people doing that stuff now, which is fine. I don't mean you, Tony. I'm talking about people with the playing and stuff, which is great. It's pays a lot of respect to Eddie's guitar playing, which I highly respect. But some of that stuff is it's overkill. It's like, my God, if I had $1 for every YouTube video I've seen of somebody covering a Van Halen song or how to play a Van Halen song, I wouldn't have to work here. And I'm like, my God, man, so it's kind of burned me out. So I've stepped away from the whole Van Halen thing, really. Not that I've left, I've just kind of backed off. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Even though when I'm live in my music room, you still see that EVH stuff in the background. That's my way of, paying homage to, in my own little way. But my God, everybody's doing Van Halen stuff. And I was like, enough already. Come on, man. As far as guitar players is what I'm referring to, Tony. Not you personally on your channel, just guitar players in general. I'm like, oh, okay. But I don't know. It's just how sometimes you'll listen to a certain artist or guitar player or whatever. You go in these spells. Like, it might be a week or two, I might listen to Hendrix. I get burnt out on that. And I'll listen to Peter Frampton or something, which I ain't listened to his stuff in forever. I just get in these different little moods, And of course, Van Halen will get in there. But see, I've kind of done it to myself when I was a lot younger. That's all I listened to was Van Halen when I was a lot younger. I mean, just all the time. And then I got with YouTube and started to see how many huge fans of Van Halen there are, besides me. I thought I was a big fan. These people out here got me beat big time, which is not a competition, but it's just way too much for me, man. So I was kind of like, wow, good Lord. Anyway, just my 2 cents, man. So anyway, let me get started, folks. Thank you very much for watching. I just wanted to tell you that story. I thought it was funny. But nope, that was not the video I thought they were going to use, but it's okay. All right, everybody, take care. Until next time, this is Joe for the Joe Show, man. Keep rocking. God bless. Be safe. And it looks like it's going to storm here, so I need to get ready to get rolling. All right, guys, thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.